All right, chapter 31. I'm on a roll. Let's get going here. Which one am I? Jonah demanded, but his voice got lost in the sea of voices around him, all calling out the same question and shouting, "How can it be? That's not possible. I can't believe it." "Believe it," JB said, his voice carrying over the shouts. "It's true." Incredibly, Mr. Hodge was nodding too. "Virginia Dare," he said, "first child born of English parents in the Americas, who vanished with the rest of the Roanoke colony." I was right. "Edward and Richard and the British princess who vanished from the Tower of London in 1483. Anastasia and Alexis, the two youngest children of Tsar Nicholas II, who disappeared during the Russian Revolution. The kidnapped Lindbergh baby, the so-called eaglet. It was my best rescue mission ever." "It was your worst rescue mission ever," JB retorted. "If we hadn't discovered how to hold back the ripple just temporarily, just until we can heal all the wounds, until we can return the children to their rightful place in history." Jonah's head was spinning. He knew he shouldn't be paying attention, listening closely. He had the feeling that JB had just said something important, but he couldn't quite grasp what he meant. Couldn't quite understand. "What? This is Catherine exploding. You want to send everyone back in time?" Oh, that was what JB meant. That was important, all right. Suddenly, the whole room was quiet, everyone stunned into silence at once. Catherine turned the elucidator away from the wall, aiming at JB once more. "You can't do that," she said. "I won't let you." JB held out his hands apologetically, a particularly pitiful gesture with his wrist bound. "I'm sorry," he said softly. "I wish there was some other way. It's not fair to any of you, but some of you are royalty, or the children of explorers. You can understand the need to sacrifice for your own country, or for your country, to take risk for all of humankind. This is even more important. Yes, returning you to history may be dangerous for many of you, even deadly, but think of it as your chance to save the world, to give your own life in order to help every other person on the planet for all time." Someone began clapping. It was Mr. Hodge. "Oh, very noble," he said sarcastically, his clapping too slow and exaggerated to be sincere. "What a pretty speech, but you forget, my friend, that these children haven't been raised as royalty or as sacrificial lambs. They think of themselves as 21st century Americans. They are selfish, spoiled, overprivileged. The richest society in history up to this point. They aren't capable of sacrifice." Jonah waited for some kid to speak out and to complain. "We're not selfish," but nobody said a word. They were all watching Mr. Hodge. "What I'm offering myself and Gary, that is the glorious future," he said, "even more privileged than you've ever imagined. Technology beyond your wildest dreams. I mean, we have time travel. You can be sure that the video games will truly be awesome." His eyes seemed to twinkle hypnotically. "I just want to complete my original mission. That the ripple effect he's so worried about," he pointed at JB jeeringly. "Pah, you won't even feel it." He took a hop step toward Catherine. He seemed barely constrained by the ropes around his ankles. "We've worked so hard to bring you all together again," he said softly. "The time crash put 13 years off limits, but we came back for you as soon as we could. Just hand me the elucidator, sweetie, and we can all be on our way. There are families waiting for you." Catherine jerked the elucidator back away from Mr. Hodge. "All the kids here already have families," she said coldly. She stared defiantly toward Jonah, as if she expected him to spring to her side, to link arms and agree. "Yeah, what she said." He didn't move. "And if we do want what you want, we'd have to go back to being babies again," a voice said quietly from the crowd. Jonah looked back. It was Andrea Crawwell, the girl with braids. "We'd have to forget everything, forget our entire lives, forget everyone we've ever known."